Welcome. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm glad you're here. This is Blue Moon, a podcast about the journeys that pull you somewhere you didn't know you needed to go. Adventures that show us through the simple act of being somewhere fully. I've been in Provence for 2 days now, riding 80 kilometers through the south of France on a horse named Spirit. And I have to tell you, today was one of those days. But before we go anywhere, let's arrive here first. Whether you're on your mat, driving on your commute home, out on a walk, or lying down, just notice the contact of your feet, of the ground beneath you, the seat holding you. You don't have to do anything with it. Just feel it. And now, let's breathe together. In through the nose, slowly, filling from the belly up, and out through the mouth. Long and easy. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. That's when our body softens. Again, in, feel the chest rise. Hold gently at the top. And breathe out. All the way out. One more time. In through the nose. And this time on the exhale, let something go. Whatever you carried in here, whatever is waiting for you after this, set it down for now. It'll still be here, but right now you are here. Part 1, morning. That morning I woke up before my alarm. My body was simply rested, ready in a way it hadn't been in a long time. I blinked slowly, still halfway in a dream, the room soft and unfocused around me. The birds, nightingales finishing their overnight shift, melodious little warblers threading their bright improvisational song through the quiet Provençal morning, and the European robins, small, earnest, singing a song as if it was just for me. I lay there and I listened. Then, the way it sometimes does, my mind drifted back to the heartbreak back home. I breathed, slow and steadily. I forced myself out of my mind and back into my body. I wiggle my toes, my fingers, and I breathe all the way out. I exhale. I remind myself where I was, and the birds come back. I smile. A soft straw gold seeped through the gap of the curtains. The room smelled faintly of old stone and dried lavender, the particular scent of a Provençal house that has been standing long enough to absorb the landscape around it. My body was tired in a satisfying way, the kind that comes from actual use, from moving through the world at the pace of a horse. I get dressed and I get ready for breakfast. Breakfast at the guide table in the main lodge. Today there are 5 of us. Me, Wilhelm, Marie, Marianne, our new guide, and Raphael, who is handing off the reins in more ways than one. Willem is Dutch, in his 60s, jovial. He is a man who has lived well and knows how to tell a tale. He likes to share stories about his family. Over breakfast, he tells me his wife is 7 years older than him and is in much more better shape. But she doesn't like horses. It always goes like that, he says, laughing, shaking his head with the fond exasperation of someone who has told the story many times. He talks about adventures on horseback, the way other men talk about golf or fishing, as if it is simply what a person does with their good years. Marie is Swiss, also in her 60s, warm but direct in the way that people who don't have time for meandering tend to be. She has an opinion about most things and isn't shy about it. Her English deserts her at unexpected moments, mid-sentence. She'll lose a word, pause, for exactly 1 second, then reaches over and pulls my notebook towards her without asking and draws whatever she means instead. It is a shame our combined French is, let's say, one for the books. And Marianne, she arrived this morning like she owned the trail, which in some sense she does. She's ridden this region her whole life, knows every limestone bridge and shaded track. She has a loud flare of a personality that cuts right through the quiet morning, a laugh that makes horses' ears swivel, and the kind of confidence that isn't about being certain. It's about being completely at home in your own skin. Raphael is handing up the reins today. He'll follow us in a van instead, carrying something he's being deliberately mysterious about. A surprise picnic somewhere on the trail. He grins when I ask what it is. You'll see. I wrap both my hands around the coffee cup and bring it slowly to my upper lip, and just stop there for a moment. The smell hits before the taste does. Bold, aromatic, dark French roast that fills the whole space around you. When I sip it, it's rich and warm and grounding, with a slight bitterness at the back that goes down smoothly. And the bread. There's a word in French, parfum, that means both perfume and aroma, and it's exactly right for the bread this fresh. Wheaten, warm, sweet in a way that isn't about sugar, but about the grain, about the earth the grain came from. The crust gives with a faint crackle. You can almost sense the fields in it. I eat 2 pieces, layering on fresh butter that melts on contact, and drizzling honey that catches the golden morning light as it pours. Then out to the horses. The air outside is cool. That September freshness, it won't last past 9 before the heat reasserts itself. The ground underfoot is red, dry, and gravel, crunching softly with each step. Spirit is where I left him in the paddock with the others. He turns when he hears me coming, ears forward, that calm, appraising look. Oh, you again. There's something in being recognized by a horse that registers somewhere beneath language. So you remember me too now, huh? The first day I had given his tail a pass, but Spirit and I have an understanding now. So this morning I take the wide-toothed comb and work through his tail properly, teasing out leaves and small knots from the previous day and night. His tail is thick and flaxen, pale gold against his dark caramel brown coat. He stands still for most of it, but when the bristles graze the sensitive skin near the dock, he shifts his right hind leg, cocking it slightly, not aggressive, just noted. I ease off, wait a beat, and I come back softer. We negotiate the way you do with a horse in the language of pressure and release. We tack up, the leather of the saddle still faintly warm from yesterday, softened with use. I run my hand down Spirit's neck before I mount, an old habit, a small acknowledgement. He exhales. We mount and the day begins. Part 2, the valley. The trail out of Malmort descends greatly into the Durance plain, and in September, that plain is extraordinary. Row after row of pear trees, apple trees, grapevines heavy and pendulous. their leaves beginning to mottle at the edges with the first suggestion of autumn. And persimmons, still green this early in September, firm and tightly held to the branch. Nothing like the bright orange globes they'll become in October, when the leaves drop and the fruit finally burns into color. Right now, they're a secret. You have to know what you're looking for to see them at all. Marianne rides at the front, easy in the saddle, one hand loose on the rein, occasionally calling something out behind her shoulder in French that Willem translates for me with a deadpan that suggests he may be editing liberally. Marie rides ahead of me, her posture quietly improving with every hour, more settled in her horse than she was 2 days ago. And Spirit and I take up the rear, where the steadiest horse and rider goes. The air down here in the valley is warm and layered. Sun-baked earth, the green mineral smell of the irrigation canals threading between the orchards, the faint woody sweetness of fruit, still weeks from ready. Cicadas started up somewhere in the trees, not yet their full September roar, but building towards it. I let Spirit have a loose rein, and he stretches his neck, happy with the ease of pace, the flat ground, the company of others ahead. At one point, we pass a property edged by a wooden post fence, strung with wire. Our trail runs parallel to it, and there is a donkey on the other side of the meadow. He sees us immediately, comes running right up. This little, gray, entirely enthusiastic creature, tail thrashing, bright-eyed, he paces the fence line as we march on by, letting out these small, indignant whimpering sounds, back and forth, looks at us, makes the sound again. He wants to play. We keep on walking. The donkey watches us go with an expression of genuine betrayal. I laugh quietly. Spirit's ears flicks back at the sound of my laugh. Willem, without turning around, says, he'll recover. Part 3. The Alpilles. The valley floor gives some way to something edgier and more ancient. The Alpilles rise, white limestone massive, the bones of the earth pushed up and worn to points by millennia of wind and rain. The rock faces glow almost silver in the sunlight, stark against the deep green of the pines. Aleppo pines close in around the trail as we ascend, scrubby and resilient, their bark plated with reddish-brown, built for this dry, stony soil. The air changes. It's drier, sharper, carrying the resin of pine and the mineral cold that comes off exposed rock even on a warm day. You feel it in your lungs first. I breathe it in. A clean, slightly austere quality, like breathing somewhere pure. The path narrows, in some sections barely wide enough for a single hiker. The limestone underfoot is pale and irregular, polished smooth in places by centuries of passage. Spirit doesn't hesitate. He puts one foot in front of the other, reading the ground through his hooves the way only a horse trained on this terrain could. His quarters work steadily beneath me, carrying me through the technical sections in rhythm. I sit quietly, weight balanced, and I let him work. This is his expertise, not mine. There is something humbling and settling about trusting a horse to know the way. There are moments when my mind drifts, a thought surfaces, something unresolved, the particular weight of things I hadn't yet figured out how to put down. I notice it. I look at Spirit's ears, forward, alive, reading the trail, and I come back. I'm here, in this moment. I'm now. and the trail then opens into garrigue, the low, fragrant scrubland of wild rosemary, thyme, and cistus that clings to every open slope of the Alpilles. These resilient, evergreen shrubs blossoming with flowers on our trail. The smell here is extraordinary, intense and dry and herbal, released by the heat of the morning sun on the stones, filling the atmosphere so softly and yet so completely that you feel like you're riding through something you could almost taste. We move to an open stretch. Marianne calls us forward, and we move into a canter. Spirit loves to run, which is good because so do I. We are finding that out about each other for the first time. The second his gait opens, it's powerful. A full body lift, like the ground released us. His ears pin forward, his neck stretches long. The wind comes fast into my face, and the smell of the rosemary, thyme, sun-hot stone rises in the waves with every stride. His mane lifts. We get in sync, my hips moving with his, the two of us finding the same rhythm without thinking about it. I feel the pull of it, that freedom that only comes when you stop trying to control the moment and just go. The sky above us doesn't move, it holds everything, wide and blue and indifferent in the best possible way. We pick up speed. At some point I realize we've crept too close to Marianne, spirit locked on, pulling for more. I half halt, shift my weight, drift us left of the line. Call me a rebel. Just the two of us now, slightly apart from the group, carving our own path through the scrub. I breathe in, the herbs blur underfoot. I breathe out, spirit runs. Part 4, the view and the ruins. We climb towards the Combe Plateau, the high spine of the Alpilles. And at a certain point, the trees fall away, and you see it. The whole south of France opens beneath you. To the north, the long dark ridge of the Luberon, steel blue in the midday haze. Mont Ventoux in the distance, solitary and bold-crowned, its pale summit catching the light. To the south, the Mediterranean, not close, but there, a faint blue line at the edge of the earth, barely distinguishable from the sky. Distant waters. The air up here is different, steadier, moving through without interruption. You can hear it in the pines below. We stop without saying a word. All 4 horses stand still, spirit square beneath me, not pulling, not fidgeting, as if they understand it too. This is why painters come here to Provence and couldn't leave. The landscape doesn't perform. It doesn't ask anything of you. It simply is, open, ancient, completely there. Marianne, our guide, also says nothing, which tells you everything about how often she stood here and how each time it still takes her breath away. Spirit shifts his weight, a small exhale through his nose, and then he drops his head towards the nearest shrub. I chuckle. As much patience as he has, the shrub always wins. Time to move. We descend through the pine and ancient olive grove, the gnarled silver trunks of the olives catching the light, their leaves flickering between green and gray as the breeze moves through them. And then the trail opens onto the ruins. Walls of cut stone, foundations, and the ghost geometry of streets and doorways pressed into the earth. This is Glenham, 2,600 years old. It began as a Celto-Ligurian settlement around the sacred spring. The Greeks came and left their architecture. Rome transformed it entirely. Forum, basilica, baths, triumphal arcs. Destroyed in 3rd century AD, swallowed by earth, forgotten for nearly 1700 years. Marianne walks us through the stones quietly, pointing out what was left. I have listened. Mostly, I'm just trying to feel it. What it meant to stand in a place where people lived and loved and disappeared so completely that the ground closed over them. I hadn't expected to be so caught by it. I keep thinking about the hands that cut the stones, the people who walk the streets every day, who knew this particular view of the Alpilles the way I know the view from my own window, who built something so solid they must have believed it would last forever. And in a strange way it did. Not the life inside it, but the stones, the history, still there, still warm from the same September sun. What would they make of us, standing in the rubble of their home, trying to imagine them? We keep marching on. And then there's Raphael. He set up the picnic at the edge of the ruins, a cloth on the grass, a spread of cheeses, a soft chèvre, a wedge of aged comté, and a loco tom, charcuterie, a baguette still faintly warm, a pissaladière, that thin Provençal flatbread of caramelized onions, olives, that has been made in this region since the 9th century, a summer salad, and a bottle of cold rosé beaded with condensation. Willem examines the spread and exclaims with great seriousness, "Raphael," he said, "you are my savior." We eat our lunch in the shadow of the stones. The rosé is a simple table wine from the region, dry and pale, the kind I would have paid $100 back home without a single thought. Spirit stands tied nearby, tail switching deep in his own thoughts. Part 5. Chapelle Saint-Sixte and the Sky. We ride on towards Égalière, the trail winding through limestone and pine. The afternoon light has shifted, lower, more amber, and the shadows beginning to lengthen across the pale rock. And just before the village, the trees open onto a small rocky plateau. Chapelle Saint-Sixte, a 12th century Romanesque chapel standing alone on a stony rise, surrounded by a perfect corridor of dark cypress trees, tall and still as sentinels, against the pale blue sky. No town, no road noise. The stone of it is the same warm cream as everything else here, as if it grew from the ground rather than being placed upon it. It was built on the site of a Roman sanctuary near a sacred spring. Beneath that, certainly something older still. This ground has been sacred in one form or another for longer than anyone has recorded. Marie looks at it for a moment, then gives a nod, the kind that means yes, this is exactly what I came from. There is something in arriving at a place like this on horseback, at the pace of human history, tired the way people have always been tired at the end of a long day on the trail, that calibrates your sense of time differently. This chapel was already old when the first riders came past it on this ground, looking at the same hills, these same cypress trees, the same sky. The journey is the same journey. We just forgot for a while. We ride into Égalière as the light turns. The village perches on a rocky hill, stone houses the color of the landscape itself, window boxes trailing the last of the summer geraniums, narrow lanes worn smooth by centuries of feet. A clock tower rises above everything, and above that, on the highest point, a small Virgin Mary stands watch over the alley. The smell of wood smoke has begun, someone's first fire of this approaching season. We attack at the gate and lead the horses to the enclosure for the night, a giant grassy meadow, wide and tranquil, the kind of space that makes me think of my horses back home and wish they also had this much room, this much quiet. Spirit walks into it without a backward glance. Of course he does. I pull off my helmet and push my damp hair back from my face. I look up. Tonight, it's more pink than deep orange, a long, impossibly smooth wash of it running all the way across the horizon. The color of something between rose and coral, before the blue takes over. It sits on the white limestone faces of the Alpilles and makes them glow from within. The light finds dust on Spirit's coat and turns it briefly golden. I stand there and I look at the sky until it changes. And then I look at it some more. Part 6. The dinner table and the sleep. That night at dinner, something unexpected. The gate is full. Not just from our small group, but a team of academics from a university near Paris, geologists, are here to study the rock formations of the Alpilles. The lime strata, the tectonic folding that pushed these hills up from the seafloor millions of years ago. The story written in the very rock faces we rode through today. We are at the same long table under a string of warm lights in the courtyard. The night air carrying the smell of pine and a faint sweetness from somewhere. Jasmine maybe, or the last of the summer roses climbing the garden wall. There is lamb, slow cooked and falling apart, with rosemary white beans. More rosé, a local cheese board that arrives like a gift. My French is hopeless, their English is generous. Willem speaks French with an ease that makes me vaguely envious. Marie is in her element, the Swiss gift of moving between languages like changing rooms, switching languages even mid-sentence without losing a beat. Not sure if it all makes sense, but it works for her. Marianne holds court at the far end of the table, enormous laugh, gesturing at the geologists with her wine glass as if she's known them for years. One of the researchers leans towards me and tells me what they're finding in the rock. Layers of ancient seabed, compressed and lifted and exposed by time. The same limestone Spirit was navigating today, one careful hoof at a time, was once the floor of an ocean. I'd sit there for a long time. The mountain was the sea became the mountain. The Roman temple became the chapel. The ancient road became our trail. And here we all are, at a long table in Provence, each of us in the middle of some version of becoming something else. At some point I realized I'm the last of our group still at the table, talking with the geologists. Marianne has already gone. Willem gave me a small nod goodnight, and Marie kisses both of my cheeks, told me firmly that I need to come to Switzerland and was gone before I could respond. I walked to my room through the warm dark. The stars are out, more of them than in the city, dense and unhurried above the Alpilles. I enter my room, I shower, I lie down. One long exhale, and then a slow breath in. The birds will come back in the morning. the same straw gold light through the curtains. And tomorrow, they bolt to Provence, the last day in the saddle, but that's tomorrow. Tonight, let the voices fade. Let the limestone hold you. Breathe in, breathe out. You're drifting slowly into deep sleep.